So Elika is joining me. She has the unfortunate pleasure to be the other co-chair of the Process CG. Thank you, Elika. And Florian, I thought you wanted to join us as well. No, you want to stay here? You're fine to stay here. Florian is the editor of the process document as well, and they are here to help me to answer questions if you have any. We've been tweaking the process in the past few months, and this is an overview of what we've been tweaking. Do not expect any major changes to it. I mean, in fact, some people are coming to me to complain that we are even making tweaks. But there has been a few cases in the recent past that triggered some tweaks. The first thing is, since the last time we updated the document was in June 2023, or November 2023, something like that, to remove Tim Berners-Lee to remove the role of the director from the process. We are aligning the good standing requirements to be able to participate in election and votes at the AC level with the bylaws of the W3C incorporation as such. So that definition is changing. If you are no longer in good standing from the corporation point of view, you are no longer going to be allowed to participate in election and AC vote. There has been a low level of participation in the various surveys and so on in general that we are sent, AC review and so on like that. We felt it was important that in the case of an AC appeal, to take into account that there are new low participation involved. So we've been changing the minimum level of threshold required when we are falling into only between 5 and 20% of the membership participating in the vote for an AC appeal. We've been changing those thresholds. And of course, if an appeal is rejected, the proposer of the appeal is allowed to revise their proposal as such. You want us to simplify the process. Well, guess what? We have one simplification for you. No more proposal recommendation. In the past, between the time that you were done, that the working group was done with their document, and the time it could become a standard, we had this step called proposal recommendation, in which we were sending a review to the AC before approving it. Now we're no longer going to do that. We're going to simply apply the AC review to the product of the working group without having to have a special step within the process. There will still need some verification to be done that the team has been doing for the proposal recommendation and will be doing before we start the AC review, but there will be no longer a proposal recommendation as such. The other set of changes that we've been doing is regarding the handling by the W3C team of charters as such. So the first change was for substantive changes that happens in reaction to comments received during the AC review. And the team has been doing that already. It's just going to be encoded as part of the process, where we are going to make sure that those substantive changes get reviewed by the subset of the AC who participated in the AC review before the charter can get approved. As such, and you probably have seen those coming your way in the past 12 months, I would say, as such. So that's after the AC review. Before the AC review, the current process tells you the team may propose a charter to the AC, and that's it. Well, we are going to actually refine how this is done. So as an AC rep, you'll be allowed to formally request that the team initiate a charter refinement, and I'm going to come back on what it means exactly, if you want W3C to have a new working group as such. And it will take, if the team rejects it, it will take some numbers of AC reps to at least 5 AC reps to start an appeal of this rejection. Right now, if we declined to start the work on a charter. It's not even a team decision, so we are in a limbo in terms of that. So to go deeper into the step of charter refinement, and again, this happened before the AC review. Okay, so we wanted to clarify the roles and the responsibilities to make sure that those charters are properly done, identify who is responsible for handling the charter, what we're calling the charter facilitator, making sure that those charters receive wide review and there is a disposition of comments. So if you send comments against that charter, you get proper response as well. As I mentioned in the previous slides, if the team decide not to actually start the work on a charter, they have to say so, and it's a team decision that you can disagree with as such. We are, however, making sure that we're not introducing a complex way in this case, that instead of being a formal objection, it's a dissent, and we can do an AC appeal on that. And if the appeal succeeds, it means that we are officially starting the work on a charter on that. If you do raise any formal objections, again, the draft of the charter, those formal objections only get processed at the end of the AC review. You are not allowed to basically simply lay down on the road if you object against the content of a charter. You can certainly record your formal objection and it will get processed like any other formal objections at the end of the AC review. We had the case 2 years ago, in fact. I remember having a meeting on the side and during one of the breaks when I had to tell the AC rep, I'm now going to allow you to prevent us from sending a charter to the AC review. We will process your formal objection after the end of the AC review. And he was not happy because he was like, well, the process doesn't say that. Yes, but the process doesn't say the other thing either, so we get to interpret. So now it's going to be clear in the process as such. No, that was the impact for AC reps. That's all we need to know. Now, working group chairs, it's time to wake up, in case you've been sleeping. We are going to change. I already mentioned the fact that we are removing proposed recommendations from the step. You publish a clear recommendation, and you send a transition request to start the AC review, and the team will verify your transition request and start the AC review. You don't need to have a new publication or anything like that. As such, we'll check that you satisfied your exit criteria for CR and so on. As such, one issue that we worked on that was raised by the privacy working group was they were unsatisfied with the progress of some of their issues sent against some of the working groups specification as such. And we declined in the past, the team declined to block the start of an AC review, for example, or the start of in this case, the start of updating a document because of lack of progress on a specific issues. Now the process does allow the team to basically say, I'm sorry, you want to publish a new snapshot for this specification, but you haven't worked on these privacy issues that was raised to you for the past 6 or 7 years. And you need to work on that as such. So the team is going to be allowed to uphold those things. And as a side, by the way, we're going to allow the interest groups, advisory board, and technical architecture groups to also be allowed to publish registries if they want to. I don't believe we had a use case for that, but on the other hand, it was like just adding a little and those 3 groups in the charter, in the process, only 4 words. For the AB and the tag. So the first thing is, so we had cases where documents were formally objected to, and those documents were either produced by the AB or either produced by the tag. And as a reminder, formal objections, if they don't get resolved, get sent to council, who is composed of the AB and the tag. So we thought it was a little bit unfair to ask the same individuals, at least the same half of the individuals who agreed to publish documents, to also have them what they would want to do with the formal objections. So we are now explicitly excluding the AB or the tag, respectively, to vote on their own proposal that is getting objected to within the councils. They can still participate in those councils, but when it comes down to the final decision from the council, they're not allowed to vote on those things. We had, in order to speed up the process, we have this unanimous short circuit in the case of informal objection that the team is allowed to use and propose to use to those councils as such. The problem it was regarding the word unanimous, getting everyone to say +1 was taking a few weeks sometimes, and it was painful for everyone to have to wait for one individual who is on the other side of the planet or on vacation. So we relaxed a little bit the criteria and removed the requirements to have every single person saying +1. As part of that, by the way, one of the individuals we had to chase down was Tim Berners-Lee himself. That's the only place, one of the places that he was still left in the process. As such, we basically changed the process to say while he's still a tag participant, he's no longer sitting in the councils as such, so that we don't have to chase him down and we can actually let him retire as such. Last but not the least is the recall procedures for the AB and the tag. So bear with me for a second before actually throwing tomatoes at me. So this issue was raised last June by Mark Nottingham on the fact that we have recall procedures for the board of directors, but we didn't have such a thing for the AB and the board, and the AB and the tag as such. The CG worked on some proposal late last year on that, in particular the ability for the AB and the tag to remove someone by supermajority. And we basically requested, because it's in the CG, we needed to have, we wanted to make sure that the AB and the tag add a way to that. And someone needs to mute on the microphone. And so the AB made a decision to merge, that it was okay to merge this PR 2 weeks ago. We did so last week, and since then there has been a lot of back and forth, and it will be discussed again by the AB on that. Another part of that is the ETC itself want to recall the AB or the tag on that. There is a draft PR, but we haven't heard anything back from the AB on that. And the last one is related to the power of the CEO to also remove individuals from the AB and the tag, which is something that was used to be assigned to Tim Berners-Lee, and then we reassigned it to the CEO in 2023. This one, we haven't read a proposal, and it's also on the agenda of the AB as such. Proposed timeline, in my dreams, I'm still dreaming that we can actually maintain this timeline. My hope is that in mid-April, yes, this year, we can actually start the wide review of the draft process to make sure that you get a chance. I'm aware that the PSIG as well is still looking at some of the changes that some of the bits in the process, so we may also get some feedback from PSIG as well. If everything goes well, we can start this wide review pretty soon. If that happens, we can start the AC review of the process in mid-May, and hopefully get a new process adopted by the consortium before the end of this current advisory board at the end of June on that. But of course, as usual, feel free to comment at any time. Special thanks to Florian, Elika, Chris as well. You're waking up at 7 o'clock in the mornings to actually talk about the W3C process. I don't know how you do it. Ted Thibodeau and Ian lately, who I managed to get involved again in the development of the process as well. There is a complete list of changes in the draft process, by the way, so I encourage you to look at it. I mean, it's pretty long, but I went through the major ones. We're not done. We still have 73 open issues in our pipeline, and we're going to keep working on it.